life can be overwhelming, and it's important that before you try to overwhelm yourself even more by thinking about all the things that you have to do, that you take a moment to listen to your heart and your body and recognize that you can only control what you can control, and you can only do what you can do. And you can't do any of that until you take a moment and recognize what you have to do today. Today, is your body saying, I need rest? Is it saying, maybe your body is so exhausted because you've been carrying so much crap that you can't function? Maybe your body's saying, I need a nap because you are, it's cold is happening. It's the winter time, so people are getting sick. You don't know what's going on, and you can't solve your problems until you start creating a safe environment, until you start fixing your nervous system, until you start just recognizing that all of the problems that are overwhelming you start by fixing you. Today, I have a lot of things that I've had to do over time for myself. A lot of business stuff, a lot of personal stuff, a lot of stuff that weighs very heavy on me. I've gone through lots of, business downscaling and, high debt and like lots of stuff. And I can't control those things, some of them that happen and occur to me. But what I can do is I can take a and make a plan and be like, how am I going to tackle this one piece at a time? So I took, a list even today, and I made a list, and I said, okay, here are all the things. What's the most pressing? And then I put it into ChatGPT, and it said, focus on this, this, and this. So, tech tools, AI tools, really helpful for this type of stuff, um, because you need a plan. You need to see a path forward. Um, so that's what I did today. Uh, Things happen, and it's like, okay, we can't control all of the structures around everything, but you can only do as much as you can. For instance, here's a random thing. I got a ticket in another. I I roll through a stop sign, and I got a ticket in another province, and in that province, they don't have digital, printable tickets, so I couldn't read it, and then we lost it on the way home. So it's like, okay, that's a piece of stress, right? Because now it's just out there, it's in my awareness. I don't know how I'm going to deal with this. So I went on to the province website, see how they deal with tickets, and I emailed them. I said, this happened, blah blah blah, and then they emailed me back, said, hey, you know what? We're going to, we actually send the tickets out. We have to process this because it's interprovincial anyways. So I can't actually do anything, but because I took the step forward of one little step to figure out, okay, this ticket that, I think it's probably like $80 or something. I couldn't do anything about that, but it's just there. But now I've seen progress on that one thing. I know it sounds silly, but all of those little tasks, all of that little shit is weighing on you. And so now I know when I get my ticket in the mail, I will go and I will pay it online. But there's so many of those little things, and they add up. That stuff taxes your nervous system. Just get it done, get it dealt with, and things you can't deal with it. When you have your list, make your little make your progress. Make sure you're putting progress reports in. I know I, this could cycle into a big thing. I just want you to understand that you can only do so much, and you can only do so much in a day, and you have to feel safe, and you have to feel capable. And life is all about little steps. And this is something I'm learning. I've been working out for 6 months now again. I haven't worked out in years. I used to work out, but I haven't worked out in years, and I feel really good. But it's like I don't get mad at myself. In the past, I'd be, oh, I missed the gym, I missed the gym, I missed the gym, or I couldn't get there today, or I got there and I had a bad workout. Well, it's like, okay, it doesn't matter. You get there, and I do a little bit of movement. I do a little bit of motion. Even sometimes at the gym, when I'm working out, it's like I might do a little more stretching than I used to. I might be like, oh, what does my body need today? Oh, okay, I got to do some cardio. Okay, my mind is racing right now. It might sound counterproductive. Shut off. Don't add to that problem and be scrolling on social media and watching all this shit and overwhelming yourself more. Like all of those little things, all of the stimulus in your life, the this noise, the sights, all of that stuff is weighing on you. If you're feeling that way, click it off. Put the phone down and literally just close your eyes and like breathe. Let your body go through that process of, you see how that shifted the energy? I was trying to show you how, it gets all built up, and then we go through that process of changing and allowing ourselves to feel and allowing ourselves to not be overwhelmed. Because when we change our pace, when we change our internal pace, when we tackle things head on and we don't avoid them, even if we can't solve them, when we go through the process and we make a plan and we do what we can in that day, and you know what? There might be some days where you feel guilt and you didn't do what you wanted to do. Guess what? You do it tomorrow. Don't hold on to that crap. Don't put more on your plate. Life is enough already. One step at a time, one progress point. That's all it has to be. Love you.